Well, good Saturday morning and welcome back to a wet Martin's koi pond. It's been absolutely chucking it down all morning, but undeterred I've been out here doing pond stuff, and we now have the Mark II feeder, which is made from 1.5 inch. The 1 inch pipe was too light and they were just lifting it up, letting all the pellets out. So with the 1.5 inch, I've been able to put some water in it to help weigh it down, and hopefully it'll be more effective. I've not actually put any pellets in it yet, but there you have it, the Mark II feeding station. Fish are all on the bottom, probably because the temperature's probably dropped. I haven't checked it yet, but I have been to the koi shop because they had some koi on offer, and I went to King's Lynn Koi and I picked up another kahaku. I just suddenly have a liking for them. Now, I bought this one not because of its pattern now, but because I think it will end up being a 3-stepper. You probably just saw there, it's about 17-18 centimeters long, and give it another 5 or so minutes in here and he can go in the pond, he or she. So that'll give me 3 kahaku in the pond, which I think's enough, but this is a grow on project. You can tell how much it's raining by the sound of the water. I've just emptied this barrel and listen to it, absolutely hammering into there. So rest of the day, not a lot of koi jobs really. I'm going to feed them sporadically using the new feeding station, and leave them to it in the rain. So I'll get back to you in the next clip, whenever that might be. Well, good Tuesday afternoon, and I've not filmed anything for a few days because I've basically been enjoying the pond and not really had anything to talk about. We have had a lot of rain this last few days, so the pond's lovely and full, and I'm trying to leave food out. Now the pond today is at 16 degrees, which is quite handy because this stuff came. Now the reason I've got some sinking growth food is that a number of my fish will only really take food off the bottom. So I've been mixing in some sinking food, and now this stuff's arrived, I can feed them a sinking growth food because my other sinking food is wheat germ and more suitable for colder temperatures. So as the pond hit, well, I'll say hit 16 today. I checked it today and it was 16. I can't remember when I last checked it. I do know that when I did last check it, it was 12, so it has gone up 4 degrees. So I'm going to try this stuff. Hopefully it won't cause too much foam like the Evolution Aqua food I tried last year. I'm still going to feed the King's Lynn Koi Elite, which is a growth all year round food. I think that has 37% protein, whereas this stuff has 40%. So just enjoying the pond in the afternoon sun after quite a rainstorm blew through. Okay, back to you in the next clip. Well, good Wednesday morning, and it's a bit of a mixed bag this morning up there. There's some rather threatening looking clouds, but areas of blue sky. So See what the day's got in store for us. Now, the fishing line had a bit of a test the other day and failed miserably, I'm afraid. What happened was a pigeon swooped in quite low and hit this wire, and basically what it does is it pops this top off, and it just really isn't strong enough, I think, for what I need it for. So what I've decided to do is build a netting system a bit like Righty's that's that goes all around the diameter of the pond, and I've ordered various parts to make that. So if you've seen Righty's videos, you've seen he has a anti-predator net that he puts up alongside his pond every night, and what I'm thinking of doing is something along those lines. So I've ordered various parts in, and it's a bit breezy today. I am using the mic, but you might get some wind noise. Ordered some parts in, and when they arrive I will take you through the process of building it. So when it's in, I'll move these lights back to where they were originally, which was halfway across the slate path. So that's the update for today. Catch you in the next clip. Well, good Friday afternoon. Welcome back to Martin's Koi Pond. One of those making silly noises. Hopefully you can see here I have some new signs. Now they're on the wall that's behind the Screenmatic filter and directly in my view when I'm sort of looking at the pond. Now I got these through a Facebook page called Friendly Koi Keepers Items for Sale, and the two on the left are made by a guy called Daniel Carroll, and the one on the right is made by a guy called GP May. So the one on the most left was made personally for me, and it says Martin Koi Pond in Japanese, and the middle one was just one that he had up for sale, which just got koi on it. I quite like that, and then I quite like that plaque with that asagi on. So if you've seen my new noticed my new startup, the signs feature on there. I've also today had the electrician. He's tidied up the wires from my Blackburn box. But he's also fitted me a double socket there and a double socket there. I have two outdoor double sockets now, which look a lot neater. I don't know why he's got this bit going at an angle. That might be something to do with where he had to come through the wall behind the water butt there. But yeah, I'm happy, very happy with the job. It was a good price and just looks so much neater. In fact, if I take you to my sitting position, it's a lot neater and tidy. Just not sure about this, but I'll have to live with that, I guess. So that's my electrics finally sorted out after more than 12 months. I'm no longer running cables through a hole I drilled in the window frame into the house. So that's got to be better. Plus I've got two sockets that are unused at the minute, which I can use for my heaters come winter. So yeah, that's a little Friday afternoon update. I hope to be going to Coastal Koi again on Sunday to pick up the big blue which I've ordered. Probably catch you then. Bye for now. Well, good Saturday afternoon. Bit of foam on the water, but that's because the skimmer's out at the minute, so it's not been collecting it up. Facebook is such a dangerous thing. King's Lynn Koi put on Facebook last night that they had a koi sale on today. I resisted the urge till midday, but in the end the 10-minute drive was just too tempting, so I drove up there and bought another kahaku, and it's absolutely stunning. It's about 40 centimeters, and I think it was an absolute bargain. I'm not going to say what I paid, it's between me and them, but I paid a lot less for this than I have for a couple of other fish in the pond that are very nice, don't get me wrong, but haven't excited me as much as this. Just really into these at the minute. This is the third kahaku I've bought in 3 weeks. I love the way the red goes between the eyes and then sort of comes out again. I think this pattern's going to break as well into a bit of a 3-stepper, but we'll just have to see. Now he's a 2-year-old fish by the breeder Ufuchi. Has a lovely high shoulder, and I think this could potentially be a big fish. So I hope you guys like it. I like it, and I'm now going to get it in the pond. Well, good Sunday morning, and I've just been to Coastal Koi and picked up my big blue dechlorinator. Now I'm planning to fit this in line with the RO device, then my Big Bertha, then this. And surely that has got to sort my water issues out. So I'm going to get it all plumbed up and then give you a look of it. So back in a bit. So welcome back, still Sunday, and I've just plumbed up the big blue. So now the water comes from the tap into the RO, through the RO, into Big Bertha, through Big Bertha, up and into the big blue. That's a sorry if the shakes, that's a pre-filter. So you've got a pre-filter, then the big blue itself. That's a 48-inch big blue full of catalytic carbon, and then down my long blue pipe to wherever I want it. At the minute I've got it down the drain so I can just flush out the carbon. So hopefully this will seal the deal, but it's not going to be very quick water because I'm running it through the RO, but we'll just have to try it out on the fish tanks first, I think, and then use it on the pond. So that's my new water purification system. Catch you in a bit. Well, good Monday afternoon, and you might think the pond's a bit noisy and a bit foamy, but there's a good reason for that. I dropped the pond 6 inches this morning, and I'm doing a fairly substantial water change. And I'm going to trickle in there. See the yellow end of the hose? That's coming directly from the big blue, which is over there, and the big blue is feeding directly off the mains. I did try running it in line with my other water purifiers, but it didn't work. There was really bad pressure building up in the big blue, and I was worried it could cause some damage to the seals and stuff, so I took it off the RO device. I'm not spending all that money on a big blue just to damage it straight away. So yeah, I'm doing I don't know how many litres I'm changing, quite a lot. And I should probably do it every day this week. The thing is, once you've got something in your pond that is not good for the fish, it takes a heck of a lot of water changes to get rid of it. Multiple water changes, to be honest, because every time you water change, you're taking out some of the good water that you put in on the previous water change. So I won't know until I've done quite a few water changes whether this big blue is making a difference. So we'll see. Now, that's probably all the content for this week's video. Hope you liked my new kahaku. I have named her Claire. I'm pretty certain it's a female because a couple of the larger fish, which I think are males, have been chasing her around and rubbing their heads against her flanks. So I've called it Claire. Now the reason I've called it Claire is the 3-step kahaku is called Steps. The other 3-step kahaku is called H, as in H from Steps. So being a female, it's Claire from Steps. Hope that logic makes sense. And on that note, I will see you in the next one, and happy pond keeping.